Reciprocal respect for intellectual property. You, of course, know when you own your intellectual property. You know this, but it doesn't always translate across the borders. While we've just talked about how your contract is going to clearly outline your intellectual property ownership, it is still equally important to understand how those rights may or may not be respected in the other country. So what's really important here is you want to check what's great, I love about the Paris Convention, I love about the Berne Convention, is that these things helped a bunch of countries. I think the first one was 80 something, the second one was like closer to 200. They all said, hey, we're going to honor and respect. If your intellectual property comes into our borders, we're going to respect it and honor it, right? That is different than saying you filed there and other types of rights, but just merely crossing the border with your stuff, sending your designs to them, sending your courses to them, sending your services to them. You're not just giving that up and saying, well, it's out of the United States now. You don't have your US IP ownership changes over here. We want to verify in the destination country that they're a signatory to those relevant international treaties before you send it there. Right. The Berne Convention provides reciprocity for copyrights. And that's like your literary or artistic works and things like that. Where the Paris Convention is about patents and trademarks. Patents are inventions and ideas, and trademarks are like your logos, word marks, those types of things. So you want to make sure that the country you're sending your stuff to has those basic international treaties signed so that you understand if your IP is even going to be respected on the other side. Because in the beginning, about 20 years ago, there were some major international business countries that weren't signatory to those. And they would take those things and they would take advantage of that. Because you couldn't come and stop them in their country. So they would capitalize on the fact that they had access to your intellectual property and use your brand, other things in their country. So as international business has become more popular, there are more signatories. And like I said, it's grown a lot. But you want to make sure that it is going to be, in fact, respected in the other country. So knowing that is why this is on. Click our checklist today. This reciprocal respect for intellectual property. And then, of course, your action step for this is not just making sure that that country is there, but go ahead and just say it in your agreement. Hey, this agreement is subject to the Berne Convention and copyright protection of the United States. This agreement is subject to the Paris Convention and the intellectual property rights of Canada. So you want to make sure that everybody understands the source of the intellectual property and that it needs to be respected across the boundaries of the border.